Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties? Oh, okay. It's like, okay, take a deep breath with me. In through the nose, nice and deep, and out of the mouth, nice and slow. Oh. If you need to do that, while I do my intro and stuff or throughout, especially my black women, especially my 92%. Ooh, my 92% girls. And the the irony is I just had another episode that I recorded I think almost a week ago, but it's like with all of the shenanigans and craziness going on with black men's mental health and men's mental health, but especially black men. And now, well, yesterday with the Supreme Court being, it's like I'm going to be talking about that on and off. But then disability rights are trying to be taken away in 9 states, and there's just so much, and they keep saying how they need black women, like with the Middle Eastern community. At first they're like, I'd rather vote for Satan than vote for Kamala. And it's like the Hispanic community always putting down black people and saying like you better marry like white in order to like get the bloodline or the skin. Like there's all different types of stuff I've heard from the Hispanic community, and some of the Hispanic community would only want to date me because I'm light skinned, and that means that they'll have like cute light skinned children. Yeah, I've had some ignorance and some bigotry, some racism, all. So yeah, this is a river of racism episode if you haven't, but I just recorded an episode talking about like we better hope that they don't have because I keep hearing about Project 2026, but I don't think it's published. I'm going to look it up down the line, but like I said, I've been doing the research on the 9 states that are trying to take more of like disability rights. And it's like throughout the last couple months I've been going through a nightmare because of the government and disability, because I was like, if you haven't been listening to my episodes, babies, my royalties, my lovelies, my honeys, catch up. And I always say, make sure to listen to the episode about Dr. George Cirilli. That's one of the What Makes a Villain episodes. Yeah, listen to, and I have so many more. I have so many more doctor stories. But while I write I'm trying to finally finish the novel. Okay, real quick, because I keep hearing like especially white women, colonizer white women, because there's a difference with Underground Railroad white women, and then you got the colonizing white women. And the colonizing white women, they don't know how to shut their mouths. They love showing how much they hate us, while they benefit the most from DEI and different laws and rules and things like that. One reason, like, because they know about the patriarchy and they know how to keep control of the patriarchy. They know how to benefit from it. They can benefit from both sides. It's unfair, unright, unjust. Because now they want to say reverse racism. Yeah. But now we might have like this Project 2026, and Project 2025 is almost complete, done. Whew. But I'm going to be stepping into almost all of my main things, but even dating nightmares. If any of the guys that have written me on dating apps that are Republican or like anywhere on the right, and they're the ones that wrote me calling me garbage, a slave, and Jim Crow and the N word. So many called me the N word, and or they called me the bigot, or they called me racist because I will not date a Republican. Yeah, make that make sense. A Republican be any nationality, race, creed, yeah. But they want to call me a racist. And then some of them want to call me a slave and an N word while calling me the racist, when I'm not going to date someone based off of political demographic. not race demographic, but they're too poorly educated, stupid, ignorant, naive, and just frustrating. But if they never even listen to this, if other people listen to this for them, it's like after what the Supreme Court yet did yesterday, they cannot call me a bigot. They cannot call me racist. It's like I know there was this one jerk. Oh, he wrote me so many times. He acted like he had no other hobby other than to try to bully me, but he didn't know. I'm like, it's like by that time I was screenshotting. I didn't even care. Like so many of them, like, oh, you're so stupid. You're so mean. Why do you screenshot our conversations? These are private. I never wrote any of you guys first, and none of you can lie and ever say I did. Because that's what gives me, like, once you try to bully me, I have the right to do whatever the crap I want. The dating apps side with the bullies too. Because it's like, oh, just block them. I block them and then they make a newer profile and then they try to bully me and threaten me and do all kinds of stuff again. And then I block that one and then they have another one. Then they make another one. It's like a lot of these dating, they don't care about women's safety. They care about the attention and money and things like that and the search engine optimization. But yeah, like a lot of these Republican men, like, because on my dating standards, my top one is you cannot be on the right politically. You can't. Not if you want to date me. Not if you want to date me. And so many of them get offended. And it's like, we're not compatible for dating. Okay? You're not compatible with every person on this earth. That's like kind of the art and the game of dating because they say don't hate the player, hate the game. And it's like a lot of these men need to hate the game because especially a lot of these like Republican guys, because their wives are now divorcing and leaving them because now the women are kind of waking up and seeing the person that they really are inside, or the fact that when they first started dating the men was like, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, I'm not into politics, oh, blah blah blah. But then they know they would like, oh, and this is why I keep saying listen to my 700 episodes. You need to ask these questions and don't allow a man to say, it doesn't matter, I don't really care, and or, oh, whatever you think, or I just agree with you. Because some of them are playing games. Some of them are lying because they want to trap you into like their relationships and their like, oh, especially the patriarchy and the conservative type. Yes, be careful. But especially when it comes to race, when so many of these men have told me you only vote that way because you're black and you're ignorant. And then we have to remember like Nick Cannon and Kanye West's ex-wife, that hot mess. And it's like quite a few other, like Candace Owens and just Clarence Thomas must love them. But I wonder if they ever have like a group. I wonder if they had a group chat, what that would be like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we keep finding all these other people's group chats. I want to know what that would be like. Yeah, because their only hobby is hating on black people, putting down black people, and yeah. But then they're like a lot of them. Well, a couple of them got their money and attention because of the black community and or black laws. Clarence Thomas, it's like he benefited so much from the things he is taking away. It's like he was like, oh, I got everything I want, I don't care about you. I got everything I need, I don't care about you. And it's like, even though I'm black, I don't like, a part of my identity anyways, so screw all of you. That's basically all I see and hear from this man, this jerk, I have nothing nice to say about him. But remember, all of this is in my opinion, but at the same time, I give you like receipts, I give you evidence all day, every day with articles, videos, even the screenshots that I load on Patreon. Oh, yeah, where are my manners? Do not forget, I have some of the screenshots that are free, but $2 a month. I have Patreon. If you want to read a lot of the screenshots from Dating Nightmares, I've been loading up a lot a lot of river of racism lately, and it's like catfish. I've loaded up a few more of the catfish, and I'm gonna start doing the true crime and stuff like that after I finally have the new chapter one, and because like it's majority, but it's like yeah, I need yeah. Let's just say I added a new like well, it's gonna be a vital character for a later in the series. But anyway, yeah, I've got so much on Patreon, so many pictures on Patreon, and I have so many more to do. There's one where it's gonna be like I'm gonna have it for VIP for now because it's like it's kind of like my goals. So, well, I'm gonna figure out like yeah, I might not do. There's like a collection where it has like instead of one of those like goal boards and stuff, I'm thinking of having it on Patreon because I hope maybe that can inspire other people to like create their goals, have a list and stuff like that. So I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna do that. Anyway, okay, let's dive like because yeah. And one reason why I say all of this because a lot of people, especially since I am black with a disability, it's like in really like as a black person, people tell me what I can and cannot do, or that black people don't invest, black people don't own businesses, even though black women we've been doing our thing the last 5 to 10 years. So and it's like, but so bad, like we've been doing such a good and amazing job, we've been so bad, ooh, that they've been trying to destroy any nonprofit or any organization that helps motivate black women with getting grants and getting help and advice for about businesses and stuff. But yeah, hmm but then they want to talk about like the like DEI and how it's bad. Like, let's shut up anyway. But that and so much more, where people put me down for being a black woman, and then politically they put me down and they say I only vote one way, even though like it's always the Republicans. It's like they always want to say Republicans like freed the slaves, not like, do you know your history? Do you know the identities and who ended up like who would have ended up being Republican today? Who would have been Democrat today? When in history did they do the switch, and why did they switch? Because of race, racism, hatred, bigotry, torture, bullying. That's why. That's why. Who flies the Confederate flags today? They always want to take credit for freeing the slaves while they hang the flag. And oh, well, they wanted to hang strange fruit, strange fruit. Anyway, but they always want to say that kind of stuff, but then they don't look at the history, they don't observe. But it's like the orange man says he loves the poorly educated, but dang it, how poorly educated are these people? Are they like and okay, I was like, and you know what, I don't think I've done this yet. I've mentioned it before, but it's like, yeah, if you went back to school and got your GED or dropped out, like that doesn't mean you're poorly educated. And I know some people, when they look at my dating standards, because I've posted it in like quite a few episodes, because I don't care. Like these are my standards, and I have my reasons. I've talked about the reasons throughout so many episodes. But with the education, it's because so many men, especially since I'm black, said I'm not supposed to be educated, or I'm not supposed to have 3 degrees. I'm not supposed to have 2 masters, especially black men, especially black men. Black men, if you don't wake the crap up, because so many black men tell me that I should not try to be as great of a woman because I will never get married because a black man's never going to want me. And so why am I trying so hard? Why am I trying to do so many? Some of them even say, why do you try to do so many amazing things? Black men aren't going to want women like that. Black men aren't going to want to deal with a woman like that. So even, okay, so yeah, that's a side note, but especially, ooh, a lot of these white men, like some of the white guys only wanted to date me so that they can tear me down, tear down my dreams, hurt me emotionally and sometimes slightly physically and things like that. They wanted to threaten me. And it's like, but yeah, they dated me to hate me. That was the only reason they dated me, was to hate me. And whenever I was facing racism with their family members, they did not care. And Lockakey, yeah, Lockakey, he cheered it on. He helped him out. Mr. No Heart, he just sat there and looked. And or said, maybe she has a point. Yep. When Mr. No Heart's mom, you already know if you've been listening. The only reason you got into college is because you're black. You know what I was thinking about last night? And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to record. And especially after what happened with the Supreme Court and all this other crap and all of the rights that the Republicans are taking away from African Americans, while they say they're against DEI, while they say that they're like they are the party for union and peace and Christianity. Like, nah, don't play, don't act stupid. No, it's like, oh, and then the orange man said he's the least racist person out. Like, while whenever he gets a chance, he loves calling black people low IQ. He likes to hunt down African American journalists like Don Lemon and try to shut him up, try to scare him and everything like that. But he doesn't realize we're black. We're used to this torment. We're used to the trauma. We're used to this. So you have the nerve to try us? It's like we have thick skin, baby. We got that thick skin. We have been facing stuff, and our ancestors have faced so much that it's like now it's like we have to shield ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We're used to this. It's like, so, and other nationalities are now, what do we do? Black people, we need to come. Shut up. Like, you know, and I know, like, I've covered this in other episodes and I'm going to cover it again, but I just think it's so crazy how now the Hispanic community, because when I'm even hearing that the number, like, the number of Hispanics that are supporting the Orange Man went from 40 to 20%. Hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Middle Eastern community. How do you like these apples, guys? How do you like it? How are you enjoying it? I want to hear all about it. Black women, we kept telling you, but then you guys kept telling us, oh, racism is over with. You're just making it up. You're making it a big thing. We voted for Obama, so get over it. You guys are acting like blah, blah, blah. And oh, that's what black women do. And then even with one of my favorite Congress people, yeah, some of you guys, even like girl from Texas, Jasmine Crockett, the way you guys hated on her, like whenever it was a black woman, and especially they're like, oh, she's too boisterous, she's too this, she's too that. Like sometimes we have to speak our minds and we're going to tell the truth. And sometimes you have to be loud to be visible because, like, and but then when we are visible, oh, she talks too like she's too this, too that. But when a white woman does it, oh, you act different. You act different. Because with like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, you guys act different with them. Especially with Lauren Boebert and those dresses she's wearing lately. A lot of people I keep hearing, oh, they're checking her out in more ways than one. I wonder if Kid Rock is still. Anyway. But back to Mr. No Heart's mother, Mrs. Masher. She used to date a black guy because whenever I used to talk about to her face, I'm like, I think you're part racist. I would tell her that. Oh, I'm so offended. I used to date a black man. Slave owners used to sleep with some of their slaves. That didn't stop them. Some of their slaves were their children. That didn't stop them. They didn't care. They didn't make those kids out of love. They made them for money, for capitalism. See, that's the sad part and the dark part of capitalism. It's like, and that's one reason why capitalism in America today is so dark. They don't care if you're able to live. They don't care if you can buy your groceries. They don't care if now you have to file, like, get food stamps and stuff. So now people want to judge you when these companies are making multi-billion dollars. They don't care about you. They don't care about us. They don't. It's the truth. And a lot of these people, Republican. A lot of these people, Republican again. Yeah. And then our health insurance. Oh, do you know the history of it? Because that's even racism. That's even racist with the, like, because yeah, healthcare for all. Oh yeah, in Mexico, some people, yeah, some of you guys, yeah, you might want to, yeah, healthcare for all is gonna start in 2027 in Mexico. Yeah, yeah, I think we're gonna, yeah, falling even more behind. Yeah, but okay, sorry. Back to Miss Masher, because she used to say how she dated a black man, and you know what? If I did those skits like that, oh, there's this one hilarious. I don't even know her name, the white woman, but she does like a lot of the females in government, and or she acts like she's a reporter and stuff like that. It's like I might put one of her shorts in this so you know who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, like, I adore her. She is, sometimes when, like, even yesterday after I heard about the Supreme Court, I looked for her because I was like, I need to laugh. I need to laugh at the craziness that this, like, toxic, terrible, bigoted, racist, no good, poorly educated, like, political system is doing to us right now. I have to watch something to make me forget that so many people hate us to the point that they voted for this person. And then some of them said they did it for money, but now they're losing money and they're not able to pay for their gas, their bills, their groceries, and things like that. So, but okay, back to Mrs. Masher, back to Mrs. Matt. Like, she said she dated a black man, right? I've been thinking about all the racist things she said to me. So if I can do a skit like her, hmm okay, okay. I am thinking about Mrs. Masher and a black guy at the table. And I'm kind of wondering what her type is, like, because I mean, since she puts down black people so much, I'm like, he was probably a light skin. It's like I doubt she dated like that, the dark chocolate. Ooh, ooh, darker the berry, sweeter the juice. Anyway, yeah. So it's like, let's imagine light skinned brother. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but the way she talk about black people, okay, and that, okay, let me back to, okay. So imagine they're at a romantic dinner and it's their first date, and she's smiling, and she's no she's given that white woman colonizing, I might tell the neighbors that he hurt me or harmed me, and use the whole white woman privilege thing, because they're gonna believe the white woman over the black man, because if you know your history, you know your history and everything like that. But anyways, okay, back it up. So she's probably gonna, like, okay, I'm gonna ask the same questions she asked me. So, what kind of education do you have? And so I'm gonna have to deepen my voice now. Okay, so, and okay, she has an education, so I'm thinking maybe she met him in college. So, well, I ended up getting an engineering degree, and I hope to focus on the electrical engineering after I do a an internship or voyage overseas. Oh, that's really interesting. Where did you go? Oh, one of the historically black colleges and universities. I want to say Duke and stuff, but I'm just like, like, just imagine, like, whatever school you think, like, anyway. Oh, no, no, no. Actually, no. It's not going to be one of the historically black colleges and universities, because she's going to end up, yeah, I got, okay, back it up. Reverse. So, what college did you end up going to? And, oh, I went to U of M. It's like, 'cause I want to say state, but U of M is a little bit more like, yeah, it's like each one, they got their demographics. So, I got to say U of M with this one. And she was like, and yeah, and a lot of people, yeah, I've heard people say that it's like, Yeah, there's a higher percent if you go if a black person makes it to U of M. It's only because they're black. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that. Yeah, so I'm gonna use U of M in this example. Oh well, I hope you know you only made it to U of M because you're black, right? And let's see, because I'm not gonna like. Now, part of me is like I'm thinking, oh, I need to turn this into one of my novels, into one of my books, because I think there was so much trauma with all the crap I went through with my ex and her that I'm just now digesting parts of everything and putting everything together within realizing how much he hated me to date me, and he only dated me to make his ex-wife jealous because his ex-wife, his white ex-wife, hated that a black one, because she was even like, oh, you need to ask for her transcripts. I don't think she doesn't have a degree. Oh, this black girl has a degree. Oh, she's got 3 degrees. How stupid. Something's wrong. Like, no, it's like, I know she doesn't. Like, yeah, her, like, basically his ex-wife is just like his mother. But and anyway, let's see, I'm trying to think of oh, okay, just imagine in the restaurant on the TV there's a crime that just happened, or the news reporters are talking about a crime, and now they say it showed a black guy. Oh, well, we all know how black men are. They're all criminals. So many of them. They're what makes this country go bad. Just imagine how the black guy is going to respond with that one. And even with the first question, like her telling him that the only reason he got into college, because like, part of me, it's like, you know what, I'll just stop there, or I'm going to do a full episode with a whole list of all the stupid, ignorant questions she told me, the racist, bigoted questions she told me. But with those two alone, I wonder how long that date would have lasted. With those two alone, I wonder if he would have been like, either he needs to get as drunk as he possibly could so that he can at least get laid or whatever, and or but then like forget about who he had fun with or whatever, or what. And or is he a Clarence Thomas type of black man? Because like that's the only type of black man I can picture dating her. He would have had to be a Clarence Thomas combination, but a younger version, like, okay, a Nick Cannon slash Clarence Thomas type. Yeah, because yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I need the poorly educated but the smart, like kind of smart but ignorant on the history and everything. Yeah, and focus on the whitewashed history and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a great mix. But with the men, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like another episode focusing on the the accusations, or especially with dating nightmares, the men who have written me telling me that I'm racist, and the comments that they tell me, and like how I have faced racism and just straight up bigotry, even sexism, ableism throughout my entire life. And now, like, with just 2026 alone, I mean, 2025 was already enough. I was like, part of me was just like, Orange Man, what else? Like, what? And now, what he's doing now. But then, like, all of the men that's voted for him, if you still think the Orange Man is doing a great job, is doing good, and everything like that, you're a bigot. Well, in my opinion, but you need to really look in and realize that you are a bigot, a racist, poorly educated. Okay. Oh, but yeah, I'll just continue on the next episode. But it's exhausting. And so many men try to judge me on how I dated. But I can't date and go to dinner with a bigot. I can't love a bigot. I can't, like, someone who whitewashes history. No, I'm good. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman. I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.